Kahalal Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai Ba'ashem Rakat Kodash. Double honors unto the apostles and teachers of Great Millstone. My name's Kanawak from Great Millstone, Toronto, doing this lesson here. Today is April the 4th, 2019. Doing this lesson. As you could see, there's all kind of things going on in the news. Some are reported, some aren't. Or many things are unreported, but as you see, there's a lot of distractions, with Nipsey Hussle, the rapper. He supposedly got murdered. All kind of things going on, propaganda and all this shit, to distract the masses from worldwide events, from what's really occurring. Like this year, provoking Russia or propping Poroshenko, NATO ridicule over plans. Hundreds of U.S. troops died in Iraq because of Iran. U.S. Special Envoy, which is all this shit is some propaganda here. Venezuela won't become second Syria. Lavrov Shore S. America won't back military, So, and look at Venezuela right now, went from being a wealthy country, onto a third world country, man. Turkey must choose between remaining NATO partner or buying Russian. You have all China refutes reports of sending troops to Venezuela to help Maduro. Rapists, you are help. You have all kind of propaganda and distraction. All this shit going on in the news. Even Russia today, they're not reporting a lot of things like they used to because they've been bought out. But they're not gonna stop, a lot of things from at all. They're not gonna stop any of these prophecies, coming to pass, Second Ezra 6. Second Ezra 7 and 43. But the day of doom shall be the end of this time and beginning of immortality for to come, wherein corruption in past. What's the day of doom that's gonna come? This third world war, man. Nuclear war that's gonna be happening, man. Where it's prophesied, it's known in the Bible as Armageddon, where the nations, like Russia, which Russia, they're known in the Bible as the Medes. America is known as Babylon. And these different nations, they're gonna go to war according to Ezekiel 38, which I'm gonna get. But the day of doom shall be the end of this time and beginning of the immortality for to come, wherein corruption is past and intemperance is at the end. Infidelity is cut off and righteousness is grown and truth is sprung up. And the only way that righteousness is going to be grown is if, this world is destroyed so that we could come back to power ultimately, man. Then shall no man be able to save him that is destroyed. So no man's going to save you damn white, you Caucasians, you so-called white people, you other nations, You're, according to the Bible, you're going to be destroyed as a nation, man, as a people, nor to oppress him that have gotten a victory. So who's going to get the victory and who's oppressed? The Israelites, which is evident, these nations, they don't respect us, man. I took a cab home today from my job. I paid a damn taxi driver, a certain amount of money, and the guy didn't want to drop me home fully, man. He got me so upset, but I had to keep my cool because, because you lose your cool and you end up do something to one of these people, then you lose your freedom. You have to be, wise as a serpent, harmless as a dove, man. But they don't have respect for us as a people, man. And, from our day-to-day experience, from what you see in the news, in the media, these nations don't have any respect for us, man. But this is Ezekiel 30:1. And the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Gog, the land of Magog, the chief prince of Meshech and Tubal. And we know that that those lands were once lands that the Japhites dwell. Which are you so-called Filipino, Indonesian people, you people down there in New Guinea, in Australia and those places, you damn people down there, but the so-called white man, he dwells in these lands, the land of Gog and Magog, which is known as the land of Russia today, which is inhabited by you so-called Caucasian, by you Edomites, by you Caucasian people. That's what you call yourself. You guys dwell in that land, which is known as Russia today. So that's what it's talking about. The chief prince of Meshech and Tubal, and I will turn thee back and put hooks in thy jaws, and will bring thee forth. And they're turning, Russia, they're turning back into that Soviet state, the Soviet Union, man. Which they dominated during the 1960s and prior. When the establishment of the NATO, but the establishment of the European Union and so on, and NATO, came into power. Where the European Union, where these European nations, where they were collaborating and forming allegiance. Then you had the Soviets. Cause the Mosai, he divided you Edomites against each other, man. To destroy each other ultimately. Then going on to the 60s and so on, you had the Cold War between Russia and America. And then going in later on in the future, a little later on, toward like the 1980s, early 1980s, the Soviet Union, fell, but now they're coming back, as a stronger power. That's why you have tensions between the Ukraine, Russia, places like Lithuania, if that's how you say it, Georgia, Poland, that borders Russia. That's why they have U.S. missile defenses. They have U.S. missile defense system there. So there's that war, there's that tension, man. And the Mossad, he's put in that war, like he put Russia back, in its power, in its fruition, man. To go against the horde, which is known as America. It says, and all thine army and horses and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company with buckler and shields, all of them handling swords. Persia, so Persia, which they call themselves Iran, and they still call themselves Persian to this day. The Iranians, Ethiopia. So Ethiopia, they have nuclear capabilities as well, and Libya with them. So even Libya, man, they have that nuclear they have nuclear capabilities as well, even though they were conquered and they took down General Gaddafi or whatever his name was. They took him down, but they still have that nuclear, missile defense. Or they're slacking. They still have the nuclear missiles, man. The intercontinental ballistic missiles, man, in their armory, man. All of them with them. All of them with shield and helmet. Gomer and all his band, the house of Togarmah of the north quarters, and all his band, and many people with these. So, so not just those nations mentioned. You have more nations, apart from them, like the Chinese. The Chinese, the Arabs. They have nuclear missiles as well. And many other nations, they have that missile because, that's why in Obadiah, in certain scriptures where it says, let the weak say that I am strong. The Most High is raising up these weak nations into strong nations, man, to take down America. And this is not just us venting and saying that. This is prophecy. Everything that we say, we could prove in the Bible, I'm going to get Jeremiah 3:1. For behold, in those days and in that time when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah, you know who Judah? You so-called blacks, you know, West Indians and Haitians, you know, Judah, Benjamin, Levi, you know, that's the modern day house of Judah, and wherever they are scattered today, you know, and Jerusalem is referring to the rest of the tribes, you know, you Latinos, you so-called Latinos and Native Americans, you know, because the Most High is going to bring us from this captivity that we're in and bring us back into our stronghold, man. You know, I will gather all nations, I will bring them down to the valley of Jehoshaphat, and will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel. And where's the valley of Jehoshaphat? You know, and what does Jehoshaphat mean? You know, Jehoshaphat means Yahweh judgment. You know, Shabbat in the Hebrew mean judgment. So, you know, the Most High judgment. You know, and the valley of Jehoshaphat is going to be in the Middle East. You know, where it all began. You know, where civilization began. You know, that's where the Most High is going to end this. He's going to end this present world. And this is prophecy. And this is not things that's read in the church by the pastors, by these homosexual Catholic priests. You know, they're not reading these prophecies, man. You know, because it's not meant for them to understand these things, man. It's meant for a small number of people to understand this and expose this, man. And will plead with them there from our people and from my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and part of my land. So yeah, who scattered us among the nations, man? You so-called white people, you Edomites, you know, you Hamites, you Arabs, really all you nations, man. All you nations were a part of our downfall, you know, and a part of the slave trade, man. But mainly you recently, you know, within the past 1,000 years, it was mainly you Arabs and you Hamites and you fucking Edomites, man, who was a part of this big slave trade in our downfall. And none of you other nations was there to help us or give us aid, you know, plead for us, you know. So ultimately the Most High is going to have to plead for us and bring us justice because we're totally destroyed. You know, we lost our heritage. We're not able to keep our ordinances. We're not able to be men. We're not able to govern ourselves. You know, we don't know who the hell we are. You know, everything, man. We're totally destroyed. You know? It says, yea, they have cast lots for my people and have given a boy for harlot. So casting lots, that's auction blocks, man. You know, they had us on auction blocks selling us. You know, selling us, you know, to the highest bidder, man. Men, women, and children, old and young. And giving a boy for a harlot, you know. So they sold us for women, for wine, that they might drink, you know. And they show you that in these slave movies like Amistad, Goodbye Uncle Tom, Roots, these new ones, 12 Years as a Slave. What's the next one? Django. All these movies that they've been releasing lately and showing you people, man. And showing our people, which our people don't like to watch these things and be in remembrance because, you know, because that's that, you know, our people get down, you know, because that's, you know, it's something that, you know, that no one is, it's something that if this happened to any other nation, they would feel the same way, man. You know, to know that your ancestors, you know that your grandparents or your great grandparents have gone through this, man. You know, some of them are living still and could tell you these things, man. You know, how the fuck would you feel, man? So imagine how our people feel. Because you have taken my silver and my gold and have carried into your temples my goodly pleasant things. The children also of Judah and children of Jerusalem have you sold to the Grecians. So that proves right there who's the Grecians. You know, then they say that you know that civilization started with the Greeks, started with Alexander the Creep, or Alexander the Great as they call him. You know, that you might remove them far from their border. Behold, I will raise them out of the place whither you have sold them. I will return your recompense upon your own head. So yeah, he's gonna raise us out of the places that we're where we've been sold. Here in America, Canada, you know, Europe, the Caribbean, South America, you know, really all over the world, man. He's gonna deliver us, man, and raise us up, you know, into our proper heritage, man, into our proper lot. You know, starting first and foremost with the, you know, with his son Yahweh Shai, man, who's gonna put everything back in its proper course. Then we're gonna fall into proper course once he's back. Cause this is not a thing that's gonna be done by, you know, it's not a thing where it's gonna be carnal, man. This is gonna be a divine intervention, man. You know, a foreign intervention, alien invention. I mean, it's gonna be alien intervention, as what you guys call it. You know, that's why you make all those movies. And I will sell your sons and your daughters into the hand of the children of Judah, and they shall sell them to the Sabians. So yeah, the new slave trade's coming, man. You know, where you other nations are gonna be sold unto us. You know, to you to the so-called, you know, black man, so-called Latino, so-called Native American man who's been despised. You know, the one who you call Jesus, his name's Yahweh Shai, and his father Yahweh. You know, the Most High and his Son is gonna exalt their nation, man. You know, and the people who you've been despising were the chosen people all along. You know, and you guys all look up to us anyways and try to emulate us in our lower state. So how much more in our latter state, man? So, you know, so you nation get ready for slavery, man. You know, and may I pray I may be one of those men, you know, in the kingdom. You know that, you know, I pray I be of the ones, you know, to have the first experience of having the slaves, man, being a rulership, you know, because you know you damn people are evil, man. You damn elites. You guys are going down, man. That's why you have to do all these sacrifice and all these things, man. So with that, let's just say, call Allah Yahweh, Ba'ashem Ashai, double honors unto the apostles and men of Great Millstone. Peace and blessing to all the brothers out there doing the works in truth and sincerity. Shalom. Kwame Asharla.